Hey, everybody, it's Monday.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
know how we do it on a Monday, man. I got my boy Melvin Peaks with me.
What
Wide
up,
out,
what
baby. The podcast. What up, my dude? What up, my dude?
Man, can't call it. Can't call it.
Got a
Boy,
lot, got a lot to cover. Got a lot to cover.
yes, sir.
High school football. I mean, Georgia high school football. I mean, we became famous over the weekend for
Yep.
all the wrong reasons, but it's Georgia. I mean, this what we do. This,
Yeah.
this, this is what we do in the state of Georgia. Nobody, well, Texas and California think they do football like we do, but I don't think so.
Yeah, well, you know where they places at. Florida, Georgia, Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna get into that. Got to talk about your guy,
Yes,
Caleb
sir.
Williams. It became official. Caleb Williams was the Heisman Trophy winner. I was shocked that my guy CJ Stroud finished in third.
Yeah.
That I was totally shocked by that. I was like, "What? Third?
Because you see what they tried to do. They tried to put old Teddy. Well, I think Teddy Eddie tried to jump in that picture.
No,
So,
steady. He was fourth. He was
boy,
fourth. You can't
but
jump
he
in
tried to he
fourth.
tried to jump in that picture though and start shaking up stuff. But
Fourth. Fourth. He's fourth place. Lee, what it do, Lee? What's happening? What's happening?
what's up, Lee Air?
So
What's up, my
yeah.
guy?
So we'll get into that. Like I say, we're gonna talk Heisman. We're gonna talk Desmond Ridder. Now that Desmond Ridder is free,
Free River.
we're gonna talk about. We don't have to say free Ridder no more. He free.
He free. He
He
outside.
free. He free. So we have to, y'all can put them free Desmond Ridder shirts up. He free. He free. So what we'll have to do is talk about expectations. Young Ruben, what up? Yo, you saw Trey Young last night. I know you seen Trey Young last night. The King of New York, Trey Young, King of New York. Yeah, King of New York.
He run New York.
He run New York. Yeah. Ruben gonna crack jokes for that. We with it, Ruben. We're gonna talk NFC South.
Yes.
This division quietly is still wide open. Listen, the Carolina Panthers could win this division.
I know. I'm sure.
Carolina Panthers may be playing the best football. Ruben, you keep talking about stuff in the past. I'm talking about last night. I'm talking about Ice Trey last night. But
Right.
we ain't gonna get into that. We ain't getting into that.
We ain't ready for that one.
And y'all trying to trade Cam Reddish. I try to tell you he wasn't that, but that's how y'all do. And of course, the big story all weekend across the country, Sandy Creek, Cedar Grove, state championship game. Terrible call, but we'll go back and forth about do one playmaker game. The call was bad, but you still had opportunity. We're getting all that, but let's rewind. Let's talk Heisman Trophy. Your guy, Caleb Williams. He was your guy. He won the Heisman. Ruben said, "Get Killer Cam out of there." That's y'all. He belong to y'all now. We ran him out the ATL. Y'all, right. He belong to New York City. He belong to New York City.
Yeah, man. My guy. Oh,
your Caleb guy, Williams. Caleb Williams. Talk about your guy, Caleb Williams, capturing the Heisman Trophy.
No, man. To be honest with you, Maceo, I just felt he was the front runner. Even with your boy, we were going back and forth a little bit. I knew where you stood with CJ Stroud. He was already a finalist last year, so you had a beautiful story set up about why he should be the one. But I just felt going into the season after he left OU and how he left OU, going in with our boy USC, he just started playing good football, man, and was coming through in the clutch. Also, you talk about somebody winning the Heisman. How valuable are they to their team? He was very valuable. I mean, you think about USC defense, they didn't really have a defense. I mean, he kept being in shootouts. Now, there were times where they did smack some people upside the head because they was just a better team, got some better athletes. But as we look at USC, they didn't have no monster defense. I mean, he was gunslinging almost every week with some of the people in his in their division. So I don't know. I like the guy's charisma. I do believe he's a leader of men. You can see how those people, how his teammates galvanize around him. So I just really had him the leader all the way through and steady. Even though he was fourth, very much honorable mention to him. Even though he fourth, he got on the radar for most people. But I liked the Caleb, man, and I stuck by it. I didn't care who won. If your guy would have won. If C.J. Stroud would have managed to pull it out, I was like, it's close, but okay, you got it. But my guy did.
Well, it's crazy because one of the things that the Heisman, first of all, I hate that the Heisman has turned into basically a quarterback award.
Yeah, we said that.
Say Devontae Smith a couple of years ago when he won it, but Heisman has somehow transformed it to a quarterback award. One of the reasons I don't like the Heisman, I don't even really like watching the Heisman award. Man, whatever. I was enjoying the state championship, but I was checking it on my phone. Right. We pretty much knew after the Notre Dame win, Caleb Williams was going to win it again. I was shocked that Duggan finished second and Stroud finished third. The loss to Michigan,
right,
really turned a lot of people off because again, he was the Las Vegas favorite from start to finish, up until, like I say, the Michigan game.
Yep.
That's the way the ball bounces. His outfit. First of all, I needed that guy to take that tag off his suit. Like, what, man? Cut that off, man. Cut it down.
What?
We getting feedback.
I don't know what that is. Hold on.
There you go. Whatever you did, do that. Whatever you do that.
All right.
Yeah. Stop.
I don't know what that was.
Stop touching stuff. I
wasn't touching nothing. I don't know what that was. You did.
When you buy a suit, that tag that come on the sleeve, you're supposed to take that off.
Right.
Supposed to take the stitching off. But kudos to Caleb Williams because he flew his entire offensive lineman. He flew all of them out. Good job by him. Stetson Bennett, Erica is just, she emotionally attached to Stetson. I understand. Stetson, the fact that he was invited, that he was in the Final Four, that's the win for Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a movie story. He's gonna be like, I call Stetson like the new Rudy. When they do his story is incredible. But nationally, and y'all, this is a national award. This is why y'all have me. To talk some sense into y'all. It's a national story. Stetson's story is not national. Like, people nationally, and I keep telling y'all this, people nationally really don't respect. They respect the fact that his journey, but a lot of people will tell you that anybody can quarterback this Georgia football team last year and this year because of the talent. You talked about last year, you had an all-time great defense.
Right.
You'll never see a defense like that again. And he drove the bus. Like you like to always call him the game manager. So he managed the games. Now, he did more than manage the games, but he's perceived nationally as just, he the quarterback at Georgia. Anybody could do that. Whereas you look at Caleb, you look at CJ, their style, it always looks like they're running the show.
Yeah.
And that's what this award has turned. You look, when Bryce Young won it last year, Bryce ran the show.
Yeah.
And in a lot of people's mind nationally, Stetson is just, he just go in, you got all this talent, do that. Because they like, a lot of people feel nationally that next year when Carson Beck becomes the starting quarterback, that the offense is going to be way more explosive because he has traits, NFL type traits that Stetson don't have. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, Maceo, here we go. I talk about this word game manager. People think that's an ugly word. I don't think it's an ugly word. Game managers, you don't have to run around the field like Caleb did, that type of style of play.
No, time out. Game manager is ugly. Guys don't want to be called game. You don't want to be go somewhere and call one of these guys a game manager. You're gonna get hit in the jaw.
But okay, I do this. I know they don't like to be called game managers because everybody want to be dynamic. So I get it. I get that stereotype and how that word look, how ugly it look. As me being 48 years old and just knowing the game of football, I would love, everybody know we love Vic and all this running around. Not no more. I don't like all this no more like that. I like somebody who do what Steady Eddie did. Keep that ball out of the hallway. He can get the ball down the field. He gets it into those playmakers like a Pitts. If we had him, Kyle Pitts' hand. That's what I want the ball in. As your hand. 84 hand. Don't you do too much unless you got to get out of pressure. I don't want all that LJ like that where I might have used to because it looked good. So even though it's an ugly word, like you say, somebody might punch, man, ain't no game manager.
Yeah, you get chopped in the throat.
I wish they would embrace it and be like, okay, I can take that. Because guess what? That means I do the right thing to win ball games. I don't put the ball in harm's way. Interception, like your boy that. Like barely lost game, put the ball in harm's way.
You don't want to be the reason we lose. That's what you're basically saying. I don't want to be the reason we lose.
Right there you go. But think about it. If you think about it, even though the word ain't sexy, ain't that what you want your quarterback to do? Not to lose the game and get it to your studs and your horses? That's what you want him to do. I mean, make sure I got it. I'm with you I'm on your side. So make sure the people know.
I don't want you on my side. I please don't be on my side. Don't be on my side. I don't use game manager. You use game manager. So you stay with that.
I'm gonna stay with that. It's all right to be a game manager.
Yeah. Don't get on my side. So yeah, your guy won. Very, very, very good win. I like the fact that when Caleb gave his speech, he basically was like, "Hey, yeah, I got this trophy, but y'all three going to the playoffs."
I liked it. That was funny.
I think I would rather be going to the playoffs than win this trophy. So I mean,
yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
And for Stetson, he has an opportunity to win the ultimate prize. He has an opportunity to do something that no quarterback at UGA has ever done. Go back to back. This guy is going to walk out of Athens a living legend. He'll never have to buy another meal again. He can run for mayor of Athens. He can do whatever he wants. He can get on the dean's board. I mean, whatever in Athens, Stetson good. Matter of fact, the state of Georgia, because this is a Georgia UGA dominated workforce, all these things. The guy Stetson good for life, man.
Yeah, he's straight in these Georgia streets. Well deserving though. Well deserving. He put together what he did for 2 years straight, and 2 years straight for as being undefeated through the regular season. Yeah. And now we got Chet. I mean, he lost to Alabama that they lived before they won the championship, but he had a good season last year and good season this year. Hopefully he can capture it out with a win. And like you say, man, he might. Well, right now the way Herschel Walker be in these streets, he'll be over Herschel Walker for the most beloved Georgia football.
Oh yeah, he definitely he the most beloved Bulldog right now.
Yeah.
Now if he win the second one, yeah, but Baloo probably somewhere hating because he, but Baloo was able to eat out there for a long time. But all Baloo did was hand off to Herschel. Stetson Bennett be making plays.
Right.
He be making plays.
You right.
Let's see. Shout out to Mitchell. Mitchell say he still had to put some points on the board, and that Missouri game was close. I hate that he gets penalized for having a talented team, but Heisman is about flash and stats, so he definitely wasn't going to get Stetson. Mitchell, that's all I've been trying to tell everybody. Stetson's style of play, it's a winning style of play. It's not a Heisman Trophy style of play. Like he never had a Heisman moment. They like quote unquote say Heisman moment.
Right.
Never had his Heisman moment is he's consistent and he's a winner. And that's not sexy. And I tell y'all all the time, all of this stuff is about the story. It's about flash. It's about Caleb around here painting his nails. Now, if Stetson had kept you know what I'm saying?
That curl.
Going with the step Quavius fade, you know what I'm saying? And he might have, listen, I like Steady. When all y'all kept calling for JT Daniels last year, and like I say, all y'all the little all these, especially you.
See that? See? No.
Y'all done loved all these Georgia quarterbacks. Y'all was in love with Eric Zaire. Y'all was in love with Mike Bobo. Y'all was in love with Joe Cox. Y'all was in love with all these guys, but it's the guy, the least expected, the guy that had to leave, come back, had to earn a scholarship. All these 4 and 5 stars on came through campus. It's the boring guy.
We're not gonna let you bring up Mike Bobo and all
them
Joe
your guys,
Cox,
all the U's,
Joe
all the U's. Y'all just, oh my God, we were gonna put JT Daniel back in the game. My God, you can't lose a child because you're hurt. Get out of here.
All we were saying was JT just need to be ready if something happened to Steady.
I got one question.
Okay, what?
Do you win the Natty if you went back to JT Daniels last year?
No, we do not.
Thank you. I rest my case. The defense rests, sir. The defense rests. The defense rests. And all that y'all run. I listen, I got all the receipts. I'm gonna bring them up during that championship.
Don't bring them up. Don't cut
nothing up. I'm gonna bring them up.
Because you cut mine up, you gonna hear what I said. I just say had a boy ready.
No, I got all y'all posts. Y'all went on about a 3-day rant. When JT Daniels was cleared, y'all went on like a 3-4 day rant. I still be going back reading it laughing because I'm like, are these people crazy? Y'all, man, you gotta put JT Daniels back in there.
Man, that was
put JT Daniels back in there. That's all y'all said, man. Man, I'm sick of you guys.
We're gonna let you have it. We're gonna let you have it. We're gonna let you run away with them.
Yeah. I mean, it's the truth.
It's not true.
it is true. We got the receipts. Free Desmond Ridder is not a thing no more because Desmond Ridder is free. The Desmond Ridder era is upon us for the next 4 games, and we'll see if it continues through the foreseeable future. My question for you, especially since you one of the ones that kept calling for the guy, what are your expectations in these last 4 games for Desmond Ridder? What are you looking to see, Melvin P? What are you looking to see?
Well, based on listening to my coach in his press conference, when he got asked these millions of questions of why he made the change and all this, his evaluation, and he feel like he did the best thing for the team based on the circumstances that we're trying to go through. I'm looking for Desmond Ridder to actually take advantage of the playbook. As you said that it's gonna get closed and real small. He didn't. Our coach did not say the playbook is gonna be string. He said we are very confident to get the offense moving just like we moved with Marcus Mariota. He said also there's gonna be some things that we feel like Mariota can be ready to do as we've been evaluating him in practice. So the main thing I'm making sure I see out of Mariota, not Mariota, but Ridder, is managing the ball, not turning the ball over, run through the offense. I'm ready to see plays down the field, more connection down the field. So, that our deep passing game was suffering a little bit. Every time we tried to take shots down the field, we weren't connecting. And, you can blame it on receivers not running routes right. I don't know what people don't want to give Mariota that lion's share of the blame with those overthrows. I am. So I'm not going to be trying to be politically correct with it. Mariota just doesn't have a great deep ball passing game. I don't like it personally. So hopefully I think Desmond Ridder will come in there and provide that deep passing game that Arthur Smith ever so often dials up. He dials the deep ball up. So I wanted to see if we can connect on those. The running thing, the running style, RPOs. Desmond is not Mariota. I know that. But he does have a little move and scoot and boot to him. He doesn't have Mariota's scoot and boot, but he has. I went back and watched his preseason game against the Detroit Lions. They did RPOs with Desmond. Desmond looked very efficient at reading that in and taking off and getting up the field. So I would love to make sure we still do the RPOs because we're leaning on our running game. And part of our running game is the RPO game. So I don't think a big fall off is going to be there. He's not Mariota, but it ain't going to fall all the way off the cliff. So this is what I'm looking to see from Desmond. The game management, don't put the ball in harm's way, a better deep down the field game when we do dial up deep passes, and continue the RPOs.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Let's see what Uriah said. Uriah say, I want them to continue to run the ball, help take the load off and take your shots down the field. Dez can run that RPO. Y'all forget that he can run a 4-4, 4-5. Oh, I think you might be exaggerating his 40 time. I don't remember him running that at the combine or his pro day.
I don't know if he's a 4-4, but I think he's 4-5. But he can't run though. He not put it like this. He ain't no stature back there. Like I said, I know he's not Mariota, but he ain't no stature where he can't move. He ain't Tom Brady. He ain't Matt Ryan. Tell you that for that. I can tell you that. I go with that.
You just can't help doing the show without bringing up Matt Ryan name. I tell you. Let's see what Desmond Ridder 40 time is. Let's see what he was clocked in. Let's see here.
What Eric can say? We don't do
4-5-2.
He what?
This Desmond Ridder song for y'all. He free. He free.
And I just want you to be free. Yeah. Hey, what you say? He clocked that?
He 4-5-2. 4-5-2.
4-5. Say 4-5. I knew he went 4-4.
4-5-2.
So yeah, but go ahead. You're gonna ask me something.
Yeah. So my question for you: what if we don't see any accuracy on his deep ball?
I don't still think you this decision you made. You draft him. I don't think you got to pull the plug. You got to go with it because like he did. Now Arthur Smith did say this. He say we excited about what we're going to put out in the field. We're not putting Desmond out there thinking that this is going to be a blunder or we messing up. He said, but it's a tricky situation. He can get out there and not do good. What that mean? I mean that happens. That's life. It can happen like that.
No. Don't you do that.
No, what you said? I'm telling you what Arthur Smith said.
Don't you do that?
No, you can't go back on your decision, Maceo. Listen,
I'm just saying, don't you do that.
I'm not gonna do it. What you think I'm trying to do? I'm not trying to be slick.
I see what you're doing.
Listen,
don't worry about it.
We're gonna stick with it.
Don't worry about it.
We're gonna stick with him.
This is what I want to see on Sunday.
Go ahead.
Are you gonna dial up a better game plan? We understood the Marcus Mariota game plan. Do you have a Desmond Ridder game plan? Do you have a Desmond Ridder playbook? Are there things you're going to take out? Clearly, Mitchell talked about how Mariota, when Mariota pulled the ball down and ran, Mariota was like a threat in the open field.
Right.
Because of the wiggle. He had them Skittles and stuff. I don't know if Desmond Ridder got that. We're going to find out. But what I want to see more than anything, if Desmond is an accurate passer, if he's a much better thrower of the football, are you going to attack the middle of the field? Are you going to, all of these things like the middle of the field, your corner routes, when we talk about taking those deep shots?
Yeah.
Are those plays going to be hit at an accurate pace? And again, you got to find out, because here's the thing. Man, I don't know if, okay, say this 4-game stretch.
Yep.
Say he bad.
Okay.
Do you go in panic mode and feel like, oh my God, we got to draft a quarterback next year? Or do you say we're going to wipe the slate clean, we're going to go into the spring and summer program knowing that he's going to be the starter, knowing he's going to get all the first team reps, and then are we going to allow him to develop to see if he can be the quarterback of the future? That's my biggest question.
That's a tough question, but that question got to go with you analyzing this crop of quarterbacks that are coming out. How did you grade them over Desmond Ridder? Obviously, everybody said they picked their man. They knew Desmond Ridder was on their radar from day one from Cincinnati. They knew that they was all on my board. He was on my board in the order that we drafted. Okay, based on his grade, then what about these young crop of guys coming out now? How are you grading these new crop of guys? And if he is bad and stinking it up, you really questioning what you graded him as. And if you let this 4-game sample size make that determination, that's why they pay you the big bucks. I think it's a small sample size, but I think it's enough. I think it's enough to see is he for the future. You can, man, that's not it. We messed up. We messed up. You can see that. And I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that from Arthur Smith or neither Terry Fontenot. I'm hearing that we graded this guy right. We took him in the 3rd round. this is supposed to be our future. That's what I'm hearing. Now, all that could be good talk for the TV, but I'm hearing that. So that's $1 million question, Mace. You know, you allowed us to go 4 games, having 4 games left in the season to find out is this a good pick or not based on what Mariota was doing. Mariota kept Ridder on the bench. So now you got to use this forward and see what it do. And hopefully everything you did in training camp and practice leading up to this decision is going to be the right decision.
All interesting. All interesting. Like I say, I don't want to hear no complaining on Sunday. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now.
If I could play,
no, not just you. I'm talking about all of yous. I am gonna slap. Listen. I got all the time in the world Sunday. I'm gonna be monitoring. I wish y'all would say one thing negative about Desmond Ridder. I'm gonna go crazy.
Listen, I do this right here.
To lose my mind on y'all. You think
I put like this, make your
stories going live and stuff?
Yeah,
I'm going crazy. You hear me?
I'm
going crazy. Oh, you're right. I'm gonna be all on your page. I'm definitely gonna be on your page. If his first ball rolls to the receiver, y'all bet not say a word. His first interception, y'all bet not say a word.
You got it, Mason. You got to understand. We as Falcon fans over here in Southwest Atlanta have been wanting a quarterback for a very long time after Matt Ryan. We knew Matt Ryan time was about to pass. We have been looking for a quarterback, Maceo.
You can't do a show without mentioning Matt Ryan.
I'm just saying. Matt Ryan, don't you? No, because he was a Falcon. He was a Falcon.
Let me find your other side.
Listen, check me out. Check me out, Maceo. He was a Falcon, so he has to be mentioned. Like I mentioned, Dion, Michael Vick, mentioned all of them. They Falcons. So guess what? We have been looking for this. So when the people in the upfront said Desmond Ridder is our guy, that's what they told me. They didn't say we could have had all these other quarterbacks that we felt like we want to get. No, Southwest Atlanta, Desmond, our guy. We got to go with that. Now we were looking at like Cincinnati quarterback. Wait, we questioning everything. We're like, what the hell? But now that we stuck with it, we got him. I want to see what he's gonna do, Maceo. I want Terry Fontenot to make me eat crow if we didn't know who he was and how valuable this guy gonna be. Make me eat crow. I want it. That's what I'm saying, Mace. We drafted the dude in the 3rd round. That's fine. We did it. But that's our guy.
I mean, like I say, I want y'all to give him plenty of latitude. Plenty of latitude. Don't do what the Cleveland Brown fans doing. Cleveland Brown fans, they having buyer's remorse on Deshaun Watson. They were lighting up the phone lines today. Hey man.
They told him different.
We spent the wrong money on the wrong guy. So don't be that guy.
Guess what? They got a different complaint than over there we got, man. They spent a lot of money on that boy. So they can be. I can see them being hot.
He only played 2 games.
He only played 2 games.
He ain't played in 2 years.
Right. So I'm saying they situation totally different now. We got time. We know this guy Rick ain't never played before, and so we trying to figure out if Terry Fontenot or Arthur Smith made a great choice about bringing this guy in as possibly our quarterback for the future. So that's all we trying to do. We just trying to see if these guys graded Desmond Ridder out right over everybody that that they had on their board for as quarterback. And hopefully we gonna be proven right, Maceo, and then we can chill for Desmond Ridder. They did it. They got this one right.
Yeah. I'm watching you, Pete.
Good.
Pete, I'm watching you. I got a fun figure. You shaky anyway. I got a funny feeling about you, my boy.
I'm shaky because Desmond Ridder was not. I'm shaking because Desmond Ridder was not my choice.
Yeah, you shaky on everything, Pete. No. We gotta watch you, Pete. You a shaky individual, but I tell you, but
I am not shaky, sir.
You shaky.
I do. Yeah, I just tell you what I see. You be trying to flip. You be trying to chain me up and flip me up a little bit. I have to watch you.
No.
Yeah, I have to watch you try to flip me up.
I just know how you are.
JT, like you telling me JT ain't my quarterback. I like that.
No, you man. JT need to play. They need to play JT just in case. Boy, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out. Why you
And
think JT Daniel working on his next school? Because he sucked. Because he sucked. Let's stay in the NFC South. So
Yep.
the NFC South is, I mean, it's wild, dog.
It's wide open.
It is wild. Tampa Bay go out to the West Coast. They go back to Tom Brady's home. Tom Brady, he walking in the state, he taking pictures of everything in the stadium. And you know, he bought 100 tickets for his family and friends.
For his family.
And they got smacked. Brock Purdy just put the work on them.
Man, I said, what in the heck is going on? What a Tampa Bay defense had. Oh my goodness, they look bad, man. I got that. You go with. I got that one wrong.
You picked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I actually picked Tampa because I thought Tom was about ready to. I thought he was about to do this get on this roll. There they go. They're gonna get on that roll.
Boy, stop.
Yep, I did.
Boy, stop. No, sir. So you got that going on. Then you got the Carolina Panthers who go out west.
Yep.
And they beat up on a pretty good Seattle Seahawks football team. The Carolina Panthers under Steve Wilkes, who was unjustly fired in Arizona, but crazy how stuff work out. He's back in his hometown.
Yep.
He has the Carolina Panthers and that defense balling.
Yeah.
Carolina, listen, Carolina can run this football.
Oh, we know that.
Nice two-head monster. It seems like Sam Darnold, he put some good tape out there. He probably won't be back in Carolina next year. Maybe not. They may draft a quarterback. We don't know, but they drafted Matt Corral last year, but he got hurt, so we don't know. But the Carolina Panthers, they still in this thing, Pete.
They still in it. They got to see them. They got to see them Steelers, which could be a winnable game. But the Steelers trying to pick up their little stride. But we'll see how that game go. That may be a tough pick on the pick. But they got the Steelers. Then they're gonna see the Lions. So coming down the stretch, they got some chance to actually shake this whole NFC South up. We by far ain't walking in this thing. We ain't got no cakewalk in this thing because we don't see them no more. We don't see Carolina no more. We never seen them.
Yeah.
And so we don't. So we had to control our destiny with that. With definitely beating up on Tampa at the last game of the year. But man, it's up in the air, mate. So I don't really know what to tell you. I do think Tampa Bay starting to trend down after that big loss. They trending down because they won the previous week.
Yeah, but they never trending up. It's always been. I mean, the NFC, that's what the NFC South has been this year. And we all were kind of thinking that maybe that last game of the season was gonna come down to the Falcons and the Bucks for the NFC South crown, but it may not.
It may not.
Or Desmond Ridder could come to the rescue and run off 4 straight.
Hey, that's what we counting on that. We counting on Terry Fontenot and his brilliance at drafting. So yeah, man, this thing it's crazy. Now I would say the that win against the Seahawks. The Seahawks, I think you think Brissett. I'm gonna say I'm saying that he has hit a wall. What are you seeing out of Brissett?
Brissett? Who is Brissett?
Is it Kobe? I mean, not well, Gino.
I like Brissett.
My bad, Gino.
They are calling for Brissett in Cleveland. They want Brissett to come back in the game because they don't like Deshaun Watson right now. They want a refund on that. They want they want their money back. So I think Gino ran into a very good defense. That Carolina Panther defense is legit. It's legit. When Seattle can't run the football, they were without Kenneth Walker again. He hurt. When Gino can't get that play action going, because the Seattle have to be able to run the football. Yeah. Because everything they do is off play action.
Right.
No Kenneth Walker. Carolina Panthers defense, they weren't buying it. They forced Gino. They basically say, hey, Gino, you got to beat us with your arm. And then you turn around on the flip side, They got Foreman and Trouba Hubbard became the guy for Carolina on yesterday. He had the hot hand. Wilkes talked about that's why he stayed with him. You didn't get mistakes from Sam Darnold. Like I say, Sam Darnold got to put good tape out there because Sam Darnold want to keep stealing money from the NFL for as long as he can. You know, he got that first round money, but he like, man, I need to be able to stack these checks. I want to be the Charlie Whitehurst, this generation Charlie Whitehurst. I want to hold as many clipboards as I can.
Get that money.
I want to hold as many clipboards as I can. I want to be Charlie Whitehurst.
You stupid.
Chase Daniel. I want to be all these guys, man. So you got to do what you got to do, man. Clipboard Jesus. Yes, man. Charlie Whitehurst was so good looking. He had the hair. Like, Charlie Whitehurst should be doing movies right now. He should be something.
Hey, Sam Darnold got another chance to try to show what he made of. Do you think he got it in him? Do you think he got it in him to be what we thought he was going to be?
Well, he's a first round draft piece of white boy. You see what happened to Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, I know, but the fact that Baker Mayfield got up out the shadows, they got him back on the field. They got Baker up out of there.
They get these white boys all the chance in the world. That's my point I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
If you're a first round white boy, every team gonna take a look at you.
Right.
Every team gonna take a look. They're gonna be like, hey man, look, hey, I can fix them. I told you, these NFL coaches, they all gurus. They all feel like, look, if you think Shanahan ain't walking around here looking at y'all gloating like, boy, I keep trying to tell y'all, it don't matter who quarterback in my system. It's me. It's me.
Hey, your boy, old coach for the Saints, said Sean Payton said, I bet if you was to get into the room and cut out all the cameras and talk to Shanahan, he'll probably be like, told you.
Yeah, that's it. You think he ain't?
No, that was, man. I believe Sean Payton. Now I like Sean Payton. I believe Sean. Sean said, he like that. He doing that. Cut out all the camera, come out, close the door. He know he made the great call. It's me.
Of course. He's somewhere telling people right now. He probably on the back porch, got the fire pit going, probably got a vape. You know what I'm saying? He got the sandals on.
Oh my!
With his leg crossed, he like, man, listen, nobody want Brock Purdy but me. You know,
me, right?
I mouthed him all the way to Mr. Irrelevant. Then I took him because I knew he gonna be the franchise. I'm just saving money.
Yeah,
I'm just saving. I could have took him in the third. I could have took him in the fourth, but I knew he was gonna be the.
He was on our radar. He was on our radar. He had been on our radar. He was on our board.
My quarterback. I saw him as a freshman. I saw him as a freshman, dog.
That's what they gonna do.
Yeah, and then he got Jimmy G them on the phone. He like, hey man, look here. Y'all going about y'all business. Y'all going about y'all business if y'all want to, cause look here, bro. I got my quarterback. It don't matter who I got at quarterback. It's me. It's me.
Hey, guess what? Well, the way he showed up the other day. Hey, kudos to him. Kudos to him because he showed up. But Maceo, sometimes you can have those one-hit wonders of like somebody. The way he was slinging that ball and running up out the pocket, he was getting up out the pocket, making decisions, throwing the ball. It's like, oh, that boy confident.
It's funny because we were I had to cover the house yesterday, so they had the game on in the media room, and we were just laughing. Everybody like, man, who is this guy? And I'm like, y'all didn't watch Iowa State football last year? Iowa State probably averaged 45 points a game because it was him and it was Breece Hall who got hurt in New York for the Jets. Him, Breece Hall, and I can't think of the receiver name they had. No, they were putting up points. No, Purdy was like that in college. He was like that.
He'd talk, and people really looking at his skill set, trying to go back. Now everybody's trying to pull up tape and scrambling back to see, did we see this guy? And some of them showing that he was kind of that guy. How long you been sitting up on the Shanahan?
This is rookie year, dog.
This rookie year. This is Mr. Relevant. Yeah, this is rookie. Okay, so everybody, hey, I put like this: the way he played, Maceo. Hey, if what's they don't come back, I see them being all right with these next games coming down the stretch.
Now,
because everybody thought they might not make the playoff now. They gonna
Now,
make the playoff.
but I want everybody to slow down on. I saw like a couple of different stories today. People talking San Fran can win Super Bowl with Brock Purdy. Stop.
Now I say make the playoffs.
Y'all stop that right now. No, I ain't saying. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Everybody who talks, they can go to the Super Bowl. I'm like, yeah, okay. Erica, I watch all football. That's the problem with y'all, Erica. That's the one up I got on y'all, because all y'all watches SEC, the best football in America. SEC. That's all y'all do. That's why y'all don't know nothing. That's
SEC is it. But it's
okay.
SEC.
That's why y'all have me. That's why y'all have me. Y'all know what.
We thankful for you, Shawty.
Humble brag.
I'm thankful for you,
Humble
Shawty.
brag. We were at the high school football game Saturday, and everybody just like, man, Macy, hey man, look, tell me about this guy. Tell me about this guy. Tell me. I'm like, why you asking me? Because you know everything. So I say, man, you know what, man?
Oh Lord, they told you that. Did you have your glasses?
Yeah, they always tell me that.
Did you have your glasses on?
Humble brag, just humble brag.
Did you have your glasses on though?
No, dog. Both days I forgot my shades. I'm never leaving the house without the shades. Never ever again.
Continue to leave the shades at the house, because when you put them shades on, you really turn to Hollywood. Then they start coming out. You know this, you know that. Then your head just swell all the way up.
I'm always Hollywood. My head always swell up.
I'm always
Hollywood. You see how they would treat me on the live yesterday?
Yeah.
I'm always Hollywood. Soon, whenever I walk in the building, Hollywood. Even Trey Young called me Waffle House, because I always tell him he need to eat Waffle House. He like, man, there go Waffle House gonna be talking crazy to me. I always talk crazy. But that's neither here nor there. We got to get into it, Pete. We got to get into it. The biggest story coming out of the state championship weekend, Sandy Creek, Cedar Grove football game. Both of these teams in the same region. This was their second time playing this season. And it's crazy about that region of the Final Four in 3A. 3, Carver, Sandy Creek, and Cedar Grove, all out the same region. Yeah. It was a travesty. We're gonna talk about it, but before we get to that play, before we get to that play, Jesus Christ, before we get to that play, just me watching the game, analyzing, because I had to write it up and everything. Neither one of these teams wanted to win state. Both of these teams tried to give each other the game the entire day. Sandy Creek takes their opening drive. They march down for a touchdown. Cedar Grove 3 and out. Sandy Creek come back with another drive. They drop a touchdown. Could have made the game 14-0.
Right.
Cedar Grove get the ball. They don't do nothing with it. Sandy Creek come back, get the ball. The same receiver dropped another wide open touchdown. They should have been up 21-0 in the first quarter.
21-0.
Cedar Grove, they are champions, a championship program. They won state last year, championship pedigree. They battled. Both of these teams battled. And on the drive that led to the bad, before the drive that led to the bad call, Cedar Grove goes on a nice drive. They have this 225-pound running back. Can't think his name right now, but I mean, he was killing them. But please say hey to your girlfriend. She miss you.
Hey, she said hey.
Okay, I just let you know she miss you. Okay, I just let you know.
Yeah, she on the boat.
Okay. Oh, don't rock, boat, don't rock.
Yeah, she on the boat.
So yeah. So Cedar Grove goes on this great drive. Again, they got this big 220-pound bruising running back. They get the ball to the 1-yard line. First and goal at the 1-yard line. They can't knock it in. 3 tries. 4th down, they decide to kick a field goal.
Okay.
Missed the field goal. Well, the field goal got blocked. Why are you kicking the field goal from the 1-yard line when you got a 230-pound back? Why? Why? That pushed the ball game out of reach. But okay, so what? Okay. Sandy Creek go on that drive that they go on. Penalties. They ended up, it was a 4th and 22.
4th and 22.
4th and 22. And now, Cedar Grove make a stop. Cedar Grove basically can win state championship. 4th and 22.
Right. 4th and 22. That's you don't make that.
Well, Lil G drops back, scrambles right, scrambles left, cut back up the middle of the field. He gains 26 yards on 4th and 22.
Oh, yeah.
To keep the drive alive. Cedar Grove got a 4-star cornerback out there. They got a 4-star linebacker out there. They got another 4-star cornerback out there. You can't hit a kid on 4th and 22. Come on,
Jesus,
bro. Come on, Cedar Grove. And on that play where, the terrible call, there was 3rd down.
Okay.
So that Billy, it converted a 4th and 22. That was ball game right there. But okay, whatever. He go to play. The play happens. It was 3rd down on that play. So even if they mark it at the 2-yard line, Sandy Creek going for it. Now we don't know what happened, but call touchdown, whatever. 17-14. You still got 50 seconds on the clock.
Right.
You get a good kickoff return. Very first play. I don't know what Sandy Creek secondary was doing. You get number 14 running down the middle of the field to the post, wide open. You hit him. You state champion, Cedar Grove.
Right.
Overthrowing. You had chances. One play, and yes, that call was terrible, and it's probably going to lead us to instant replay in state championships.
I was hoping that we were going to probably talk about that because
So, because question for you, Melvin Peaks: do you let one play decide if you win or lose a game? Are you going to harp on one play?
No, we don't do that first. Okay, so just as leaders of men and trying to teach men how to be responsible and do the right thing in society, especially if you're a coach, you don't go in the locker room talking about they stole it from us, they took it from us. You don't talk to the young men like that. There's a lot of plays we could have made, a lot of things coaches could have did differently. You talk like that. That's how you're supposed to talk like a real man and tell your young men that you raise, because everybody ain't going to the league. So you got to still raise them right.
Now, time out real quick. Let me give a shout out to Coach Adams at Cedar Grove, because he never, not one time, him or his staff, they never blamed the game on that call.
Well, then that's never. That's why. Well, good. I'm glad you put that out there.
Coach Adams talked about we had so many chances to win this game. I'm not gonna harp on one call.
Right.
I'm not gonna harp on one call.
So you can't
always look at stuff. Because
no, you're right. You
can't. One play never loses a game.
But I will tell you this though, Maceo. That's gonna stick in all these young man's spirit. All the one that's gonna stick them because they're young. They don't have the maturity that we have. So some of the good speeches that we are telling, you might got a couple of young men in that locker room can be mature enough to understand that. But that's gonna stain. That's like a dream. It's like a bet. You gave them the touchdown round. And we could not let nobody look at this and really help and make the right call. It's gonna sting. And at that moment, that's you need the right play at that moment. Because guess what? You can't just say, well, we're almost getting beat and then quit, mate. They playing to this last sucker. It was like 50. It was like what? It was down under a minute left. They didn't have time, to your point, but it's down to the balance. You don't just quit. You don't just, well, man, we should have won the game 3 quarters ago. We'll let them go on the score. You don't do that. You still play in that moment. So it stings when they get the moment wrong. It stings, and it's very hard pill to swallow. So They gonna have to heal from that one. But I would love to see. We got the big old jumbotrons, and we played at Georgia State's field. You got these big old jumbotrons. You got a referee of Georgia officials sitting up at the top. They on site. They be looking at the monitors and seeing it. They can instant replay some of this stuff, man, and get some of this stuff right at this level. I would love to see them
we're probably going to get that now, but they can't use. I've always said that because we don't have instant replay, you got to cut that jumbotron off. In high school football, you got to cut it off. So now if you cut it off, it's like if you're at Lakewood, at Gray, wherever you are.
You can't see it.
You can't see it.
Right.
You can't see it, the play gone. And then when they just keep replaying and you're just looking, because so in the second game, in the Ware County Warner Robins game, they had a call where they called it an incomplete pass.
Yep.
When it was an interception. Ball hit the receiver knee. It popped up. Another guy tipped it, and then the DB came and picked it off.
Okay.
They ruled incomplete, but they all got together.
Yep.
They all got together, and one of the referees, they got the cameras on them. Right. So they counted together in the huddle, and they showed the play again. One referee looking, he looking at the screen, and they gave him interception. And the officials are not supposed to be able to use those screens,
right,
at all. So I've always said that last year that the game with Mercedes-Benz, ironically, it was a Cedar Grove game, but a play had happened, and they kind of tried to look at now. You just got to until we approve instant replay, and Minnesota has it, Florida has it, Texas has it, and there's one more state that has instant replay for high school state championship game. So I'm pretty sure with all the backlash of JHSA having, I'm pretty sure we'll have it next year.
Langston had a play like that too.
Alabama,
Langston had a play like that too, but L did a 1 yard plunge and got the touchdown. But that run, that number 4,
number two,
yeah, he was in the end zone. And guess what? They brought in I listened to it on the broadcast. They had a ref, the verse sitting up top. And I guess they buzz up. They can buzz up to them.
No, they can't do that. They
can't do that. Well, he was telling us that should be a touchdown. They got together. They didn't call it, but he said they should have overturned that and made that a touchdown. But that's what
I'm telling you. They can't use
anything.
They can't use outside influence. They have to get together.
Yeah, they got to get together.
Make a decision and go with it.
Yeah,
so that's a touchdown. That's why I've always said when you play games in these stadiums, you got to cut that big board off. You got to cut it off because it's going to influence everybody. It's going to get everybody outraged. And of course, I don't know if y'all heard of y'all seen, but there were death threats to a couple of the kids at Sandy Creek. That their parents had to basically call the police and get and investigate phone calls, messages.
Yeah.
That it was an incident over. It's reported it was an incident over at Sandy Creek today.
Damn.
And see this is where it's like, come on, guys, like what are we doing? What are we doing? We understand it's a terrible call. It was we know.
It was great.
I just always think we so many people are irrational, and we don't think, like say that play, that call did not win or lose the game because it was so many plays from both teams left on the field.
Yep.
And so we just have to always be mindful and be careful. And we have to always understand too, now these referees are human as well.
Yeah.
It happened. We see bad calls on Sunday and they got instant replay. We see bad calls on Saturday and they got instant replay, but they still make bad calls. So we think high school physical probably making $40, $45, $50 a game or whatever they make. Come on. Like what are we doing, people? What are we doing?
Hopefully this don't go too bad for the other spillage going on, negativity. I do, and like you said, hopefully we'll get together. the committee to really look into that. And like I say, if
Oh,
you
they
only
got
do
to
it in the
now.
championship game, I'm cool with the championship game. You ain't got to do it to the semifinals. If you want to try to take advantage of it and see how it's going to play out, how it's going to look.
It'll just be championship game because just say ain't got the money to outfit stadiums with instant replay at every
Yeah, right.
game. No,
Yeah.
no.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, but no, just at least do it for the championship game. At least the kids can. At least if we get the calls right, Maceo, in the championship game. If you lose, you can lose graciously and walk off with your head up. The way they lost that game, and even though we know it could have been other reasons why they lost it, these kids were emotionally sad, they angry. And so, you know, you try to calm these young 19 and 18-year-old kids down, and you know, it can be tough. You really got to be a good coach
but it
coach
wasn't the
perspective.
kids. It's the adults that's wild. It's the adults
Well,
who are tagging kids.
Oh yeah, well that's true.
It's adult. It wasn't the kids. It's the adults. We always the problem. It's always the adults. Always.
Oh,
always the adults. But again, man, it was just a great weekend for high school football.
You know what? I might be messing on this one. Did you get a chance to talk to coach after the game with Langston and Mills Creek or whatever we played? Did you talk to the coach after that? Because you know they had a bad little change when they shook hands.
No, they didn't. See what I'm saying?
What tell me?
It was not a bad exchange. It was
what tell me? I'm asking.
Niblet basically was just saying, hey, we were trying to come shake hands. People throwing helmets everywhere. Everybody, you know, running on the field. And so he was just trying to line his kids up and boom, weaved his way through all that stuff to go shake his hand. And all he was trying to just tell him was like, hey, y'all be careful. You know what I'm saying? This could have got real ugly. So I'm just moving my kids.
Right. Okay. But no, that's what I wanted. I didn't know. I didn't say nothing. No, I just was looking at this. I was just looking from the TV, man. So okay, well, good. Got to clear that up because some people don't know. If they
again, that's what I'm here for.
Oh Lord,
because I saw that Nibbler cussing him out. No, he didn't.
No, it didn't like he was cussing mine. It just looked like
Nibbler should have been worried about them damn white pants he had on. That's what he should have been worried about. Why he out there coaching the damn white pants in December and it rained outside?
He was trying to be seen. He was trying to be extra. But yeah, man. Well, that was a good game, good win. That game was a battle too. I was like, boy, Langston, don't give up now, baby. We got to stay strong in the fight. And they managed to hold on. Good game. Glad for that program, man. Shout out to him if he tune in or tune in later. Congratulations, boy.
Yeah, man. Oh, Daniel Boone. And I think it was so much pressure on them because they were just expected from the word go to win state after what they went through last year. And at one point to have to carry that burden every week. Like, dude, y'all low. I mean, everybody telling you loaded. Everybody telling you y'all better win state. Not y'all might win state. Y'all are the favorite from start to finish.
Right.
Yeah, Victor, that is true. The camera requirement is that the game has to have at least 4 cameras to deploy instant replay. Schools people not finna buy that stuff. So that's why it will be implemented. Like most the states that do it, they just do it for a state championship game. So you know, unless maybe one of them rich schools over there like Hoover or whoever them other people out there got that kind of money, but we ain't got that kind of time for that. We ain't got time for
that. That was up.
Yeah. So, hey, man, great show, my brother.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you enjoyed state championship. I'm glad Desmond Ridder is free, but I warn you, you bet not one time say nothing crazy about Desmond Ridder. I'm pulling up on you.
You go,
pulling up on you, and I'm pour Kool-Aid on your front door.
Oh, don't do that. They're gonna be ants in front of my door.
Then that's why I'm doing. That's why I'm doing. I pour a lot of them put a sugar trail all the way back down from the door to my car.
Damn. To the
yeah.
Man, listen, Terry Fontenot is our guy. We believe in Fontenot. And Fontenot we trust. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to wiggle. I'm just saying he was rated on our board. He graded out. That's our guy. We saw him coming down the board. We took him off the board. Desmond Ridder from Cincinnati.
Everybody, that's our show. That guy there is Fugazi. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Fugazi. He gonna be the first one. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Everybody come here. Everybody come and check this out. What is he doing?
Check this out.
What is he doing?
Well, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm telling you, boy. Hey, I'm gonna cut shot. I'm telling you right now. Everybody.
All right.
We love y'all, man.
Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Peace.
Erica, you gotta let go of that Ohio State Miami game. You gotta let it go, E.
We can't never let that go. We can never let that go.
Y'all gotta let it go.
That's why we don't like Ohio State to this day.
Because you had so many chances. You had so many chances to win that game.
Man, the game was over with in regulation.
Had so many chances to win that game. How about don't let Maurice Claret take the ball from you? DB.
But how about when the pass interference? How about when there was no pass interference, you don't throw the flag 5 seconds later, and then all the confetti, they got confetti literally coming down out the ceiling. We turned up. We literally had confetti about to start hitting the field.
What's wrong with Miami now?
Hey, listen,
they sure ain't been back since then. So what's wrong with them now?
We working on some stuff. Larry Coker messed us up. No, don't do it.
We gone E. You gotta let it go, E. Y'all gotta get the hate out y'all heart, man. Y'all get the hate out your heart. Focus on Georgia and Ohio State on New Year's Eve. We gone, y'all.
Peace.